All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Angela.
I'm Lindsay.
And we are the Wives That Watch. For this video, we're going to be reacting to Ava Max's new song, My Oh My. What do we know about the song?
It's a sample. I was surprised. But I love Ava's music, so I'm not even complaining.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had many discussions about this because we beat dead horses, but we like samples. We like covers. We think it's cool when people take something vintage or slightly older and repurpose it for their own methods.
I think it obviously is like, I think you have a hook with a sample, right? Like it's like everybody recognizes this music, either whether it's a lyrical line or an instrumental line, and I think that draws people in. I don't think that it stands alone on that, though. I think obviously you still have to make the song yours, and I think she does a good job of that.
Yeah. What I will say is, from what you've told me, people don't seem to be catching on that this is a sample.
Well, yeah, I don't think this one is quite as familiar to people, which is fine.
And you said, what was the sample? The Walk Like an Egyptian, or an Egyptian?
No, it's not Walk Like an Egyptian. That's a completely different song. It's something that
inspired by Egyptian culture.
No.
It's the lack of helpfulness for me.
I don't know, because the only time I've ever heard the sample is when I was at like a Bible camp, and it was the da na 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 da na 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 na, and I don't know exactly what that's from.
Oh wait, is that Egyptian or is that Jewish? All right, we're back. We had to look it up. So it's, what was it? The Streets of Cairo?
The Streets of Cairo. So, okay, it is at least...
It doesn't seem like it's an Egyptian song.
No, but it seems like there's references there.
Yeah.
But it's a really
Where'd
old
I get
piece.
Jewish?
I don't know.
Anyway. We're going to react to My Oh My. We really know nothing about it except Ava Max's... She's posted a lot of snippets online. I would say she's almost posted the whole dang song online, but...
She did a lot of, like, promo for it, I think,
yeah. So let's give it a look. And we have not seen the video, so that'll be a true reaction for sure. She looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Like we said, giving Shigo, and Shigo was one of our gay awakenings, so we're happy with that. Two, really like the song so far. I like the sample. We actually were talking...
I feel like Ava gets a lot of, like...
I was going to bring up the sample thing.
Yeah, I'm like, she gets a lot of hate for sampling, because they're like, oh, another sample. Can she do anything original? I'm like, but she is making this her own. I'll give it to people, like, yeah, she pulls them in with the hook. And those hooks often belong to other people, other musicians, other, composers. But she absolutely makes it her own. Mm-hmm. And I don't think anyone can really deny that.
Well, yeah, and I think we're at a point in music where it's getting harder and harder, I think, to be extremely original.
I would say in the past, maybe, 2 decades, I think resampling a lot of older content, or at least taking notes, especially from production of past songs, and doing a revival of that is being seen in several artists' work.
Yeah. Yeah, so we personally don't have an issue with samples. We think that it's actually kind of creative to take something older and repurpose it for yourself and for your sound. So it's good so far.
Her sound is sort of a revival of like 2010s pop, because I feel like I see a lot of like early like 2010s like sound in a lot of her music, and like
our childhood in a bottle.
I mean, yeah,
our teen years in a bottle. Yeah. I agree. They compare her a lot to Gaga. A lot. They say that her sound is very similar to Gaga in her first few years, and that her look
like
is
2008, 2009 Gaga.
Right, like the fame and stuff like that. And that her look is kind of early Gaga.
I can see that.
And I think she has said, like, well, if you see that, cool. Like, like she doesn't have an issue with it, which was nice. But yeah, I think that's kind of why we like her so much because she does remind us of Gaga a little bit. At least for me, she reminds me.
Well, and I've seen her perform live as well. Like not myself. I personally have not seen her, but I've watched a lot of live performances of her. And I mean, her voice is very like authentic. I don't think she needs any type of like production or post editing to sound good. And I love seeing more artists coming up, not really relying so much on having to pitch correct.
Yeah. Yeah, I like her voice quite a bit. She has a very strong voice, so that's nice.
Yeah. Which didn't she say like I'm not Kim or Chloe with this Photoshop Adobe? Is that what she said? Is that was the lyric? I need a list. Can you pull lyrics?
You want me to pull the lyrics up? Okay, so we pulled up the lyrics, and so it says, I run the table like it's Vegas. I'm like Charlie with these angels, taking pictures feeling famous. I feel so Kim and Chloe, ain't no Photoshop Adobe. Oh, yeah. Well, like taking pictures feeling famous like Kim and Chloe, but ain't no Photoshop.
But no Photoshop Adobe.
Yeah, this is the real thing.
Yeah. That's why I thought it was a drag.
No, she is dragging. Oh my god.
So good.
As, people that love pop music.
I love a good dance beat, though. I'm easy to please.
Yeah, it hit the sweet spot.
Yeah. No, I'm going to absolutely be listening to that on repeat later.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this one's going to be in my head for a while. And the music video, she looked great.
Oh, yeah. No notes.
Gorgeous. I would say, obviously, there's not as much of a storyline. It's mostly just dancing.
I don't think it has to have that kind of thing.
Does the song really have a storyline? It's just like, I'm famous. I'm hot. So...
Well, it's just like, it's like, oh, this is my kind of night. Like, I'm going out. I'm looking good. I'm feeling myself. And we could all use some of that, I think.
Yeah. It's just kind of, hot bitch energy.
Right. Getting turned. HBIC.
Yeah, is that what it is? All right, so this one will also be on the playlist. That's for sure. We have some experience with Ava Max's music. Actually, you have listened a lot.
Oh, I was like one of her top listeners. I think a couple years ago. Like I discovered her very early, and I'm just like looped her music nonstop.
Yeah, for me, I think I've listened to some of the bigger hits like. My Head and My Heart and King of what is I always get it confused with that song from Eurovision.
The Kings and Queens.
Kings and Queens. I was gonna say King of the Queen. The King of the Queens.
Alessandra's.
Yeah. That one. Yeah. But so if you have any recommendations for Ava Max songs that we should listen to, let us know. We'll check those out.
She's also working on her next album. That's what this is going to be for. So I'm excited for that to release. I absolutely will be reviewing that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it would be, I think, pretty fun. Like, her music is just fun.
Yeah.
And I usually have a pretty good time listening to it. So, leave a like, subscribe if you want to continue on the journey with us, and leave a comment below if you agree, disagree, if there's anything you want us to listen to. Any final thoughts?
I never have a thought in my head.
That's actually accurate. All right, everybody. Have a good rest of your day and see you soon.